Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Speaking of gasoline, up next we're going to be joined by Julian Brown, a backyard inventor.
All right, I'd like to give more praises to Yahweh Bashin, Yahweh Shai, Rod, Kwakadash, and double honors to the elders, right, and citation to the apostles and the brothers who are living in the truth, doing the work diligently day and night and day, and to you sincere sisters who loving Yahweh Bashin, Yahweh Shai, loving your husbands, respecting your husbands, and loving yourself, and taking care of your children, and taking care of your home, and loving your kids. All right, so we got a very interesting story here, a true story, where there's a young kid. His name is Julian Brown, and Julian Brown is from Atlanta, Georgia, and the elites took him out, and because he was the first black scientist who invented free fuel, and he took petroleum that we use every day, which is plastic. He took wasted petroleum plastic, and what he did was he found a way to condense the petroleum and turn into gasoline. He made it pure, so it's like basically, it's like he is the hold on, guys. Yeah, so basically it's like him turning. I don't know if you guys ever seen the show called Breaking Bad, where there was a guy in the show. I forget his real name, Brian something. He played a guy, Mr. White, and Mr. White was a chemist, and Mr. White, he was the only chemist who can actually do chemistry work, and he wasn't just a teacher, he was an actual student and a teacher of chemistry. He took he knew how to make the natural meth so pure they never seen this before. And he was the only one. He would make it 100% or 99% pure, because the way he used to cook the meth, it was just phenomenal, and the meth would turn blue. The other meth was white, and just it wasn't to this purest form. So he was a threat to a lot of the cartels, and then the stuff that he was doing, he would do other stuff that just didn't make sense to the cartels. He would just do a lot of other stuff. But anyway, the reason I'm using him as an example, because he's a one of a kind. This young man, he had invented pure petroleum out of petroleum plastic waste, and like our forks, our cups, our containers that we use, milk cartons. He took all of these things and he made pure gasoline, and where you put in the engine or whatever he put it at, or oil, whatever, and it was just a great invention. So that was a threat to their billion or $1 trillion corporation. So they had to kill this kid, man, because this kid was 21 years old, and that's what Esau do, man. He hate us, man. He will never let us shine, because he know that once that young black man could take over the whole industry in a matter of minutes, for 100 years worth of owning this type of company. This young man came in with a small brilliant idea that could change and shake up the whole oil industry, the whole gasoline industry. And they figured that, if this young man do that, he gonna hire his own people, and they gonna take all the wealth, and we can't have nothing. But see, it's all set and designed, because all the nations come against you, and they see if they see that you got an idea of the things that they control, right, and they see that you found another way to get in, and you can take them out of it, they will kill you. Or if you don't come to them and they say, look, we'll let you get some money off of this, but you can't control this industry. You will never control the fabric industry. You'll never control the baking industry. You'll never control the food industry. You'll never control none of these type of industries. The car industry, you'll never get a piece of it. All these things that you see is by these heathens, man. They not gonna let you have rulership over it. But let's watch this, yo.
I have created Plastoline, a gasoline alternative made from plastic waste. The entire world deserves to know that this thing that we're saying polluting our world, this thing in our oceans, is not what we've been told it is. Plastic is made of petroleum, and it can be turned back into petroleum.
A 21-year-old black man creates...
There you go. So he said plastic is made out of petroleum. So just imagine when you drinking fluids and stuff. That's why you're supposed to drink fluids and stuff out of glass jars, not out of petroleum, because it's unhealthy to you. But we all do it. We do drink sodas and juices out of plastic bottles. You're supposed to drink out of glass, because when, let's say you got but you may not see it to the naked eye. The stuff that's in it, it melts from the plastic is to the naked eye. You can't see it, and it goes into the soda, and because ice frozen. Let's say you out in the summertime, it's ice cold, and you leaving it, and it's melting it, and you don't see the little fine specks that go inside of it.
Fuel from plastic waste in his backyard, gets millions of followers, receives a 6-figure grant, then posts a terrifying warning and disappears. What they don't want you to know is this isn't new.
And today we're about to make history. Are you guys ready? I have brought with me Plastodiesel, a diesel alternative made from plastic waste that has just passed and has been scientifically proven to be cleaner than pump diesel. There we are.
The government is banning this $39 electric lighter next month, and this is your last shot to get the original high-powered.
So look at Jake. This young Jake. He outsmarted Esau. He outsmarted these niggas, man. And you know what's sad, man? The man was trying to have an efficient, better way of pumping fuel or gasoline to be cleaner. You know what I'm saying? Because pump fuel it have all types of sediments in it. It has all type of little vapors and it's very toxic when you breathe into these things. When you go to the pump, it tells you about these vapors. You feel what I'm saying? But people don't read it. When you go to the gasoline, when you go to the gas station, and when you go by the gasoline pump, look on there, and it will tell you the warning. It will say, warning of vapors, all these things that you're breathing in are very toxic and very dangerous. It will tell you that. If you ever go to a BP or a Mobil or Exxon or whatever gas that you use, whatever, right? It's going to show you. And you have to read it. Some may have it a different way or how they put it on there, but just read it. It's going to tell you the warnings of it. You know what I'm saying? But this Jake here that made it clean for you to use it without being poisoned. But then the Esau, the devil that he is, he goes and trying to kill every one of us, man. You know, but the Lord got something for his wicked ass, man. Let's finish watching on, man. This was a brilliant brother, man. A brilliant young man.
There we are.
This is what's been happening to black inventors for centuries. This is the story of Julian Brown. And by the end of...
He said this has been happening to a lot of black inventors over the century. Look at Ford, the one that created the Ford trucks. He got killed, murdered. Look at Madam C.J. Walker. Look at the stuff that she did, but her teacher was another black lady who actually told her what she knows, how to become a millionaire. She was one of the first millionaires at that time. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, many people, many brothers and sisters came and discovered and did wonderful things because they were so brilliant.
Video, you'll understand why his disappearance is part of a much bigger, much darker pattern. Julian Brown wasn't supposed to make it. Born in Duluth, Georgia, no fancy college degree, just a welder's background and hands.
Welder's background, so he knew how to weld. So look at all this, the instrument that he used for his invention and his products. He know how to weld. He came from a family that knew a skill, so he understands how to do some kind of skill already. But he was so curious of getting scientific theories to come together and put it together, trying to do some kind of sufficient work that can be useful to the world, instead of people going for electricity. He wanted to use natural element where it can help you use and save a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Because electric could die on you, and that's it. A lot of people don't know how to do electricity, but at least with fuel management, you know how to control the consumption of it being used instead of electric wires and modems, man. It's different, man. It's different when you're doing wires and stuff. Cause look at today in these cars. A lot of these cars have a lot of sensors now, right? A lot of these cars got a lot of sensors, and it's getting very difficult now with these sensors in these vehicles, man. You know what I'm saying?
From years of trial and error. At 17 years old, while most kids were worried about prom, Julian was building something in his backyard that scientists with PhDs couldn't figure out. He took plastic waste.
You know why they couldn't figure it out? Because they dummies. Because the Lord didn't give it to them. He gave it to this young, black, brilliant brother and gave him the knowledge and the wisdom, because he's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, and he came and he did something that could change lives. But I wish that he probably would have knew that he was an Israelite and could have kept the laws of the Most High. But listen, man, his duty was probably to do that, to show the work of that the Lord has touched him, and say that I'm gonna show the world that this is my people. This is the children of Israel that's going to conquer and do great things on the earth, even though they miss out their captivity.
Kind choking our oceans and piling up in landfills, and turned it into gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. He called it plastiline.
He called it, look, gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. The man has found a way to make it very easy and clean for the air. Watch this.
His process used microwave pyrolysis, a technique that breaks down plastic polymers into vaporized petroleum using microwave energy powered by solar panels. This wasn't some science fair project. This was real fuel that could power cars, trucks, planes. Scientists who tested his diesel couldn't believe it. One researcher said the fuel was surprisingly well distilled and burned cleaner than traditional diesel. This was a kid who taught himself chemistry and engineering through YouTube videos and pure determination.
I don't have time to go to university and get started in 4 years. In 4 years, I need to have my company built and the machines heading out there, right? So I've been a graduate of high school for probably about 2.5 years now, and I've made immense progress, 5 prototypes, right? And, the traditional route.
A Chinese satellite was caught shooting down green laser beams over top Hawaii. You see,
the traditional route, I may not even be getting started into graduate school. So it was just a matter of timing and efficiency.
By early 2025, Julian had almost 2 million followers watching him work. His TikTok videos showed him filling up engines with fuel he made from trash. Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian believed in him so much, he handed Julian a $100,000 grant, no strings attached. Forbes wrote entire features about him. He became a 776 Foundation Climate Fellow. Everyone wanted a piece of Julian Brown. But here's what they don't tell you about being a young black inventor with a world-changing idea. The spotlight isn't always protection. Sometimes it's a target. On June 14th, 2025, Julian posted something that should have made national news. A video of a helicopter circling above him at night, spotlight shining directly down on him. He was in Alabama, in the middle of nowhere, working on his reactor, and somehow this helicopter kept finding him. He posted it with a simple caption: "A secret helicopter found circled me in the middle of nowhere, and it gets even scarier." Then on June 25th, he said something that still sends chills down people's spines. "I know I'm not gonna live long. That's why I put every day, every hour, every minute into building."
I know that I'm not gonna live long, and that's why I put every day, every hour, every minute into building, into growing. Why am I out here working on this plastic in the fuel reactor I've been working on for 5 years, since I was 17? Why am I out here in 100-degree weather? Why am I out here despite being falsely accused and reported to the EPA and the IRS? Why am I out here despite weird black helicopters that turn off their radar transponder circling me 6 times at night? Why am I out here sleeping in my van, crazy humidity, mosquitoes, gnats flying in, and yet I still do it? Why am I out here despite having to drive 4 hours every time I want to work on this machine? Because when I was doing it in my parents' backyard, I blew myself up and I had to go to the hospital for 2nd-degree burn surgery. I do this because this is my mission that I've assigned myself to. I do this because I do not fear death.
This wasn't dramatic. This was a 21-year-old black man who understood exactly what he was up against. He knew his invention could destroy a $4 trillion industry. He knew what happens to people who threaten that kind of money. And he knew what happens to black inventors who get too successful. The comments section filled with worried followers. People begged him to be careful, to get security, to stop posting his location. But Julian kept working. He drove 8 hours round trip every time he wanted to test his machine because he'd already been hospitalized once from an explosion that gave him 2nd-degree burns. He needed burn surgery.
That boy gave that boy fentanyl. Look at him.
I'm getting cooked alive by some damn invisible fire, the Holy Ghost. Boy, the Holy Ghost is burning me right here.
Had to relocate his entire operation 4 hours from home just to work safely. And still, he kept going. Then came July 9th, 2025, his final post. Julian sat in a car, looking around nervously. His voice was different, urgent. Listen, everybody, I can't go into too much detail, but there is some very, very odd stuff going on. I'm certainly under attack right now in many different ways. I just want everybody to know, so just kind of have your eyes open. In the caption, he wrote in all caps, "Something is happening. Keep me in your prayers, please. Screen record this. I don't know." And then silence. Complete radio silence. The kid who posted almost every single day just vanished.
All right, listen, everybody. I can't go into too much detail, but there is some very, very odd stuff going on. I'm certainly under attack.
His 1.7 million Instagram followers started panicking. His TikTok went dark. No updates, no stories, nothing. It was like Julian Brown had been erased. The response was immediate and massive. A subreddit called "Where is Julian Brown" exploded overnight with thousands of members demanding answers. People tagged the FBI, local police, anyone who might help. Conspiracy theories flew everywhere. Was it big oil? The government? Corporate hitmen? For 2 full weeks, the silence was deafening. Then on July 28th, Julian's mother, Nia Brown, finally spoke to the Daily Mail. Her statement was short and terrifying. "I can confirm Julian is safe, but in the best interest of his security, I'm not able to provide any more information. That's it. No details. No location. Just confirmation he was alive and in hiding for his own safety." Think about that. A 21-year-old inventor has to go into hiding because he figured out how to turn trash into fuel. In America, in 2025, the Atlanta police confirmed they weren't investigating any missing person case, which meant, officially, nothing was wrong. But everyone knew something was very, very wrong. You don't disappear for 2 weeks, have your mother refuse to say where you are, and call it normal. Finally, on July 30th, Julian came back. He posted a photo with his mom on Instagram. Then on August 1st, he explained, hackers. People who got into his iCloud could watch everything on his phone, see where he was, read every message. Even after he kicked them out of his phone, they still had access to his Instagram. He had to reach out to Meta for help. His cybersecurity team and Meta both told him to go dark for his own protection, so he did.
You see, these hackers, they got into my iCloud and they were able to basically remotely watch and view my entire phone. I figured out they were in my phone, kicked them out, and they had no more access to my phone, but they still had access to my Instagram somehow. My best guess is that these hackers were using some type of session token because they cloned my iCloud that was having the session tokens connected to my Instagram account. But to be honest, my best guess is yours. So you know what? I know you hackers are watching this right now. So how about you let the world know what you did? And while you're at it, you can also let the world know how all 3 of my microwave irradiated nuts taste in your mouth. And they posted my driver's license 3 days back to back in front of millions of people. And no matter how many times I get in the account, delete the license picture, and then change the password, change 2-factor, everything, they get back in. And I started to realize, wait a minute, these people have been studying me for 6 months. They have some type of back-end way to get into my account, and they know I'm the type of person to want to share with the world what's going on, keep you guys in the loop, and they're using that against me. So I said, you know what? They're not going to put me in a chess move. I'm going to do the opposite of what they are expecting. I'm going to break their plans by going silent. Since these hackers were exploiting past session tokens associated with my old iCloud they had a control over, the only person that could help me was Meta. My cybersecurity team couldn't.
So, yeah, so they were saying that he's dead, he died, or they were coming at him. They was now they're saying that he didn't die, he's alive, he just went hiding. He resurfaced again so that people can stop worrying. And who just said we don't know it's a damn form of a trick, you know, but you know, I don't trust nothing, man, what the social media is doing. But anyway, like I said, man, this dude is a smart guy, genius, man. And, you know, they don't know what this man's planning. So when you got a guy like this, very dangerous, man. He could think of something. That's why Esau always got to know what we're doing, because he want to get a one-up on us. He is afraid of what we can do to him. And we can end him, his whole existence. But Yahweh Bashir and Shah is going to do that, man. You know, this dude has a lot of wisdom, man. Let's watch this, man. This is what Esau usually would do. He would do this, man. Let me go 13. Let's see. No, it's 11 and Zechariah 11 and 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. So our oppressors will take us out, and then they will say, "Oh, we're not guilty," and they that seldom say, "Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich," and their own shepherds pity them not. So this is what they do, man. They said, "Whose possessors slay them?" They slay us all the day long. They kill us, man. Like they said, they've been doing this for 100 years, man. They're always killing our Israelite forefathers and foremothers, right? And hold themselves not guilty. So this is what they do, man. But these people are guilty, man. You can't trust Esau. You can't trust him. This is Isaiah 55. Let me see. Is this what I want? I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me. Oh yeah, Isaiah 55. Yeah, I was right. 2021, right? Okay. No, yeah. No, I was in Psalm. I was Isaiah. I'm sorry. Psalm 55. It says, Psalm 55 and 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. Okay, who had broken the covenant, man? The so-called white man, man. He can't be trusted, man. You shake his hand, he'll slime dog you, man. This man cannot be trusted, man. He's a damn devil, man. Okay, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. So the words that he say, or the words that he'll say, he'll break his own oath. And who's like that today? A lot of women like that today. We don't believe their words. You got to see by their actions. Okay, all right. It says, but war was in his heart. War was in his mind already. So his true agenda was to go to war with you jakes, man. Right? His words were softer than oil. So his words were softer than oil, man. It was very slick, man. It was very, very manipulative, very, very tricky, very tricking, like, it was very smooth, and it's like a man, like the man, he got to get the gab to get a woman out, out her panties, man. If he got the right kind of talk, the right kind of speech, and he's confident about himself, he can do that. So that's what Esau do was. Esau rock you to sleep and thinking that he doing one thing and there's something totally different, man. So this man can't be trusted, all right? Yet were they drawn swords. So yet he have a true agenda to kill you, man. To murder you, man. All right? Verse 22, cast thy burden upon the Lord. So we got to put our burden upon the Lord, man. So Julian Brown said, God, I'm asking for your prayers, man, to watch over me. But ask the Lord to protect you, man. All right? And he shall sustain thee. So the Lord will protect you, man, if you trust in him. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So you supposed to be, if you honor the Lord and the Lord's giving you the blessing to overcome, trust in him, man. All right, verse 23. But thou, O power, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. So these type of men will lose their life, man. They won't even live half their days, man, because the Lord going to judge the shit out of them, man. All right, let's go to Job 9:24. Right, and scripture says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So this man is the wicked of the earth, man. So that he control everything that you see. He control the waters. He control the car industry, the insurance industry, the fabric industry, the food industry. He controlled all these things that we see, man. The banking industry. He controlled all these forums, man. All these platforms are just a way to control and keep you at the bottom, man. Because there's going to be a point where the Lord is getting rid of all these things, man. But he got to set up for the greater cause. We got to go through Jacob's trouble, man. We got to go through it, man. All right? We got to go through Jacob's trouble, man. All right? And you got a lot of false prophets out here. They don't have the true agenda of the Lord, man. They're false prophets. These guys are antichrist, man. All right? So you got to be aware of who's your enemy, man. Know who your enemy is, man. Esau's your enemy, man. Then you got our enemies within amongst ourselves we got to deal with. But let us take care of that in-house. We have a bigger enemy, man. It's this so-called white man. And those who want to turn their back against their own people, you're going to be dealt with, man. The Lord going to judge you with a severe judgment. Okay? Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go back to Isaiah. Isaiah, the 28th chapter, right? Let's go to the 9th verse. Okay? No, let's go to the 15th verse. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. So you guys made a covenant with death, okay? With hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge. So you made lies your refuge, man. You have put in more trust and letting this be the cover of your life, man. Lies. And under falsehood have we hit ourselves. So you have hit yourself under falsehood. What is that? The forgery, fraud, white Jesus Christ. You're going to hide behind all these false accolades, man, which is the abomination. So that's why the children of Israel go through what they go through, because you're very hard-headed and you're backslided people, man. So this young brother right here, man, have done a lot of things, man. So far, when it come to petroleum, he made it way for the airplanes to use, the trucks and cars, and even generators. Okay. But they're watching him, and the CIA is watching this dude, man. He's under great surveillance. Okay, they're watching this man like a hawk in the sky, because they don't know what is his next plan. But see, when you God's child, God will always have something for you to do, man. So he said he ain't afraid to lose his life. So once they feel that way, they'll come to kill you, man. But you can't. You got to be strong, man. So these things are going to happen on the day when they pushing this mark. Look what's going on today. They stopping the EBT, the Section 8, Section 9. HUD is not playing with these people. A lot of these women they're going to feel the suffering, and a lot of men too. They're going to feel the suffering. So there's going to be a time where people are going to rob, steal, and kill. So we living in the times where prophecy are being fulfilled in the midst of our eyes, man. All right? And you got a lot of people they don't understand the severity behind this, man. So they keep thinking that the old life is going to be here forever. No. This world that we live in is passing. We got to go through all the new changes in order to receive the new outcome. We got to go through a chaotic moment. We got to go through pain and suffering to get to where we got to get to. You got to go through the pain before you can reach the glory. There's nothing for free. Even you being a spiritual person, you got to put in the work to show the Lord that you're loyal, man. These people here that you see out here playing in this world, doing all these foolishness on these social media networks, they don't understand, man. There's people out here trying to change lives. There's people out here is trying to get better with the Lord, man. But then meanwhile, you got niggas out here doing nigga shit, shooting, killing, robbing, doing all kind of things under the sun. Okay? And it's not a good thing, man. All right? So I hope this video was edifying, and like I said, man, be very careful of these things, man. You know what you're doing, because Esau's watching you, man. He's mad because he wants to have your birthright. He want to have the promise and the covenant that the Lord has given you. But I warn you now, man. Watch these people, man. Dealing with our own people, that's a small issue. We have a bigger issue, man. We have an enemy that hates us, man. They get ready to push this mark, and it's coming. So they're going to kill who they're going to kill, destroy who they're going to destroy, to stop them for trying to overbeat and overcome their agenda. Because they feel like that's a threat to their agenda. So you are a terrorist. You are a terrorist to the law enforcement. And the law enforcement is the most hypocrites in the world, man. I don't care if the CIA, FBI, I don't care if these people hear it, man. Because I found out that these people ain't really for you, man. When I first was getting to the truth or learning about what's going on 15 years ago. When I started taking more of the truth a little bit more seriously. But I've always been around the truth since I was a little boy. Like I told you in my videos. Okay? And I had men and women that was in the truth, that understood the prophecies and tell the younger kids like my age at that time to forewarn of the things to come, man. Because these things are coming, man. They're getting ready to eliminate this currency, and you're going to have to, in order for you to live, you got to take this mark on your right hand or on your forehead, this charagma, man. And a lot of you are going to take it because you want to live and survive. I'm not taking that shit. So a lot of these people do these things, man. Hold on, guys. So what I'm saying is, man, a lot of our people is being murdered, man. And a lot of y'all gonna sell out because you don't care. You got this young man, this young Judite brother, very intelligent, man. But I hope that he could understand who his power is, man. Is the Lord, man. Because the Lord's giving him the idea to do what he's doing. So, anyway, I hope this video was edifying. Shalom.